you touched on something very interesting about storing and serving. So my biggest argument that we've always had with those around me has been about what room temperature is. It's always said, serve it at room temperature. And room temperature, according to any wine connoisseur, would be anything between 17 and below. So meaning that, as you had mentioned, putting it in a wine fridge or a wine cellar, ensuring that it is below. And then in South Africa, you'll always find that people wanted, yes, red wine at room temperature, but room temperature here is 23, 24. And people always say, don't put ice in that because you're destroying the body of it. But if we actually think about it, it's supposed to be served at 17 degrees or below.
Yeah, so add a bit of nuance to this, what is really crucial. One, I want everybody to be drinking wine. I want South Africans to be proud of this incredible product that we have here. We're the best wine producing country on the continent, which is something really special. But drink your wine the way you want to drink it. That's the first place we start. But wine is this magical and mystical thing where there is so much for you to learn that every step that you take, you can discover some more elements. So when it comes to temperature, I think South Africa's got another little element. If you're in a room of, say, 20 to 30 degrees, basically your wine loses almost like a degree to 2 degrees when you pour the wine. So you actually want to start closer to 14 or 13% on red wines. And the reason for that is that if red wine is too cold, the tannins are too bitter. If red wine is too hot, then the alcohol is too blousy and the fruit is like all kind of squishy. So managing your temperature, I would suggest when it comes to red wines, put it in the fridge an hour or half an hour before you're going to enjoy it in South Africa in a temperate climate. And then the other element is like just chill it back down. Adding ice does dilute wine, so it does take away the original intent of what the wine's balance would look like. It'll change the dynamic between your acidity, the mouthfeel, the fruit, and if there's sugar in the wine. So that's last resort. But if I'm in the Karoo and I've got a bottle of white wine or a bottle of red wine that's too hot, chucking a bit of ice in there, giving it a good stir and rinse, and then taking it out is one way. The other one